how we keep history alive and relevant. That's next on Columbus Neighborhoods.
Support for Columbus Neighborhoods is provided by
At American Electric Power, we've been proud sponsors of WOSU Public Media for many years and strong supporters of our headquarters city here in Columbus, both downtown and in neighborhoods like yours.
State Auto Insurance Companies, serving customers and communities for nearly a century. Today, a technology and transformation company. Risk takers, creators, innovators. A company defined not by its history, but by its people. State Auto. The Columbus Foundation. Smart philanthropy for a smart city. ColumbusFoundation.org. Bailey Cavalieri. Your relationship with your law firm doesn't need to be complicated, it just needs to be right. CODA. Keeps our community moving forward. Falgren Mortine Marketing and Communications. Think wider. Ohio Health focuses on you and your family with a mission to improve the health of our communities. And by contributions from these and other Columbus area families who support WOSU. Thank you.
We're at the Ohio Village on the grounds of the Ohio History Connection. It's a town set in the 1890s where actors dress in period costumes so we can learn about a different time in a different way.
That's absolutely right, because learning from a real person is a great way to bring history alive, especially for kids.
We wanted to find out what it takes to be a dynamic reenactor, so we sent producer Diana Bergerman to boot camp.
Good day to you, ma'am. Welcome to Ohio Village.
Well, thank you. Growing up, my parents used to always take us on vacation to different historic places around the country with historic villages, buildings, and actors walking around in costume. I secretly always wanted to be one, so today I'm going to figure out how to do that at the Ohio Village.
To find out more on how to become a character in the village, I caught up with Mike Fallon, who is the coordinator of interpretive services.
Here in the Ohio Village, we have 3 levels of interpretation. The first level is an entry level, which is a t-shirt volunteer. And that's exactly what you do. You wear a t-shirt that says you're a volunteer and you're responsible for minimal information, and it's to see whether or not you really want to get your feet wet as an interpreter. The second level is third-person interpretation, which we put you in a costume or you stay in your street clothes, but generally you're in a costume and you talk to the visitors from the present-day perspective. The most coveted is first-person interpretation, where you are dressed in a costume. You take on the persona or a character of someone who's living in the 1890s, and you talk to the visitor from that standpoint.
So I think I'm most interested in that first person interpretation. What's the next step? Where do I start?
Well, the first thing you would have to do, just a minute, is fill out this volunteer application, which you can come in and pick up at our front desk in the lobby, or you can go online.
I think I'm really interested, so let's get started.
Let's get started.
Once my application was complete and accepted, Mike called me back in for an interview, which is the next step in the process.
The first question I'm going to ask you is, why do you want to become an interpreter in the first place?
Well, I've done theater my whole life and I love history, so I thought it would be the perfect way to combine the two.
It's not about acting so much as it is interacting. So do you like to talk with people? Do you like to show them things? Do you like to explain things? Do you like to help them take a trip with you back in time?
What basically are you trying to get out of this interview process? What are those things that you see in someone?
Well, one of the things obviously is, are those people really good with people? Some people say they have people skills, but we need to see that for ourselves, which is why we insist upon a face-to-face interview. The other thing is, do they really have the commitment? We're going to ask you for a lot of your time, and we're also going to ask you to be working in some conditions that are going to be somewhat less than pleasant. In other words, if you go on to a first-person class, you're not going to be in an air-conditioned building. You're going to be wearing layers of clothes on a hot summer day. So all of those things working together so that we give an accurate picture of the past that we're portraying.
So let's say we get through this interview and I make it. So what's the next step?
our entry-level position, which is a t-shirt volunteer. That involves you coming in for one evening. We give you a basic manual of facts about the Ohio Village. We take you on a walk through the village. You read that manual when you take it home, and you come back and you're ready to start your journey as an interpreter.
How are you guys doing today? Good. I was just explaining that this village was established in 1898. The Schmidts, Annalie Schmidt and her son live in this house. I think you missed a spot right there.
There you go.
We're trying not. That's right. Get it all out.
Hi Diana, how'd it go today?
It was good. There was actually a lot of slow times, but when people were in the house, it was fantastic. I especially loved when I was able to let them interact with the space. I thought that was a lot of fun.
But you got to interact with people and tell them about history and immerse them in history through activities, right?
I did, and I learned a lot myself in the process.
Let me introduce you to somebody who's been through the entire process from start to finish. Hey Joe, you want to come in here a minute, please? I have somebody I want you to meet.
So you've gone through this process.
I have.
How long were you a t-shirt volunteer?
I was a t-shirt volunteer for the first summer, and then I took the third-person training that fall, and then the following spring I took first-person training. So my second summer I jumped right in with a character and first-person training.
Normally the first question I'm going to ask you in that first-person class is, what's your purpose? Why are you taking up space in the village? Why are you breathing the air of the village? What makes you special to our 1890s community?
Journalism, women in journalism,
And
which
since
is what I do
that
already.
seems to be what you're doing. By the 1890s, we had women in journalism, in papers reporting. Nellie Bly, probably the most famous of all of them. So perhaps that would be a good place for you to start.
Okay, so I think probably what I need to be doing now is starting to do that research.
It's research, research, and then you research some more.
There are many ways I'm researching to be an interpreter. Right now I'm at the Ohio History Center, utilizing their library. I'm looking up history in the 1890s of the nation, of Ohio, of women's roles at the time, and at the same time I'm taking a first-person interpreter class. It lasts about 6 weeks. All this research and training is really to get me ready to be an interpreter.
This is the Ohio Village newspaper, known as the telegraphic advertiser, and it's a very important function in the village because it's what gives everybody their news. So you, as a female journalist working in the Ohio Village, would have a week to gather your stories from the visitors, from the people in the village, and then you would come here and this is your base of operations.
What type of stories would I be reporting on back then as a woman?
You would talk about the fact that women are very adamant about getting the vote. They're working for women's rights. Child labor laws are very big at this point in time.
So I suppose I would write my stories down on paper, but I'm seeing a typewriter over here, so is this where I would type out my stories?
No computers in the 1890s.
Yes.
This is indeed what you're going to be doing. You're going to be taking your stories in longhand on a notepad and then transferring them to the typewriter, where then Mr. Klosterman, who is the editor, will read them and decide whether or not your story will be approved.
Well, I will have to practice on this before I do anything, but I think I definitely would like to become a journalist in the village, so what's the next step?
Well, the next step would be for me to take you over to meet our costume people and have them put you into costume. Let me introduce you to our costume specialist. This is Robin Shurik. She's an education specialist, but also one of our costume specialists. Robin, this is Diana. She's one of our new first-person volunteers.
Ooh.
And you're going to need to help her with her character. The character that she has selected is a journalist for the newspaper. I will leave the two of you to work your magic.
Very good,
Yeah.
thank you. Well, as a journalist, you're a businesswoman, and this is the time when this tailored look is coming in for women. A little bit of lace, maybe at your throat, maybe a little bit, but not a lot. A skirt and a plain blouse, but one that has some poof to it, or perhaps a double poofed sleeve there. And yes, they're quite large. That's the idea.
So how do I start assembling my own costume?
You start from the skin out.
Wow, that sounds a little bit...
Well, you have to start with the right foundation garments.
Okay.
And that would be your petticoats, your corset, that sort of thing.
So once I've got my costume made and I've gone through my first person interpreter class, done all my research and talked with Mike and checked in and made sure he's good, am I ready for my first person interpreter experience in the village?
You are.
Well, I'm ready. I've done all my training and today is my first day as a first-person interpreter. So when I walk out this door, I will no longer be Diana. I will be Helen Armstrong, a journalist for the Telegraphic Advertiser. Here I go. Good day, welcome to the Ohio Village.
I thought for my first opinion piece as a journalist, I would love to see what the village thinks about women voting. I started out with a fellow woman interpreter.
Pardon me, may I ask you a question?
Of course.
I'm Helen Armstrong with the Telegraphic Advertiser, and I'm doing a story on the women's vote.
All right.
So, what do you feel about women voting?
Well, I think it's something that definitely needs to happen, and I think it's going to be something that is going to affect the most change, especially with child labor laws. That's an issue very dear to many women, and I think women voting is the only way we're going to solve that.
As part of my piece, I also needed to get a man to weigh in on the issue. I headed over to P. Wiley's Emporium to see what he thought.
So, what is your view on the women's vote?
They do not have a vote. What are you talking about? Women? You mean the possibility in the future?
Yes, that is what I'm asking.
I don't know that women have the experience or the intelligence or the ability to run the country. The men have done it for all these years. So no, I'm fairly strong, as you can tell, about that issue, and I hope it's a long, long time before that ever happens. I thank you very much for your time here. Good luck on your efforts to get women voting.
Right.
That reaction did not surprise me because it was a common opinion of many men at that time. To finish my story, I also wanted to include the opinions of a couple of outside visitors to the village.
So right now the men vote for the women. Are you comfortable with that?
No. No.
What about you, sir?
I believe women have the right to vote. I think somebody else needs to listen to her complaints.
With enough opinions to write my story, I head back to type it out.
Wow, that was an incredible experience. All that hard work really paid off.
So how'd it go?
Oh, it was great. It was such a different experience to actually be in character, to be an interpreter, and I really enjoyed how all the interpreters had their own storylines and they all worked together.
Well, that's what makes Ohio Village unique. Each of the characters have their own unique backstory, which they have researched and put together, as you well know, because you researched and put together your character. And all of those stories blend together into a very fine tapestry which represents accurately, we hope, the life that would have existed here in a small village like this in the 1890s in Ohio.
This fulfilled a dream I've always had to be a first-person interpreter, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
In our stories on Columbus neighborhoods, you've seen thousands of historical photographs. Some of those photos we get from the main library, but most we get from right here at the Ohio History Connection.
And when we find personal collections of rarely seen photographs, well, that's a very special day in the producer's office.
This story is about one of those collections and how we're going to use them in a bunch of upcoming stories for you.
We're at Carriage Trade Realty on Bryden Road in Old Town East with a phenomenal find. What is the secret in these file cabinets?
Well, it's kind of the holy grail of properties and how they were marketed before modern day computer, MLS, Realtor.com, Zillow, and Trulia applications. You would get a weekly card that would come to your office. What this represents is about 1951 or 2 to about 1970. Which in inner city Columbus, like many other inner cities, lost a lot of housing. It lost a lot of commercial structures. The interesting thing is the large portion of this collection is from the inner ring suburbs, Walnut Ridge, Berwick, Clintonville early on, Northwest Side. As those areas were built, a lot of properties were marketed through this system.
What does MLS stand for people not familiar with that term?
Multiple Listing Service.
Okay, so how is it that they came to be here?
Well, there was a property that was being sold, and it was a real estate office, and this was discovered, and the owner of the property said, you know, hey, take them, we're going to throw them out otherwise. Not till in recent times we're really concerned about local history and architecture and the fabric which made our neighborhoods. A lot of this stuff ended up in landfills or incinerators. I have a house in Old Town East, and there's a lot next to me that's my side yard, once had a house. So all of a sudden I saw these letters and went down and looked for F and discovered my street. And it just answered a lot of questions. So at that point it was like, wow, this is something really special.
I'm flipping these over, and the back of them is exactly where I am trying to create lesson plans for kids at high school level about housing patterns, segregation, desegregation, gentrification, how our public policy shapes where we live, and even our attitudes today. These things don't happen randomly. And suddenly on a whole street, you could start to piece together the backs of these and find a migratory pattern that was something far larger. And then cross-reference it with some things on the auditor's side about the property value over a period of years. And so it became just absolutely about redlining and segregation prior to 70s federal law.
Totally. I mean, I think something that's of great interest, a street that's near and dear to me, is Main Street, you know, which is the heartbeat, Old National Road, but on the Near East Side, it's got a lot of missing teeth. And as we're told, there were race riots in the late 60s that caused a lot of fire bombings of stores. East Main Street in here is a fabulous collection. It shows a really nice neighborhood, integrated working class, what it was before everything got burned up. It's the missing point in time from where it was early to where a lot of it was lost.
So we're going to take a few of these file cabinet drawers and we're going to take them in the other room and see what actually is in them and what can we discover about Columbus. As a person who deals in real estate and you're looking through these, what do you see that really explain lost episodes?
I think before housing law was put in, definitely you can see where it was discrimination based through these in the 50s up to the early 60s. And once fair housing law came into effect, it opened avenues for all Americans to go to neighborhoods that they could afford, honestly.
Are there certain code words that you've seen in some of the cards you've been dealing with?
Oh, I think it's very obvious. It'll say some will sell or will not sell to colored. I mean, I don't know how much more obvious you can be. I mean, that's like the early housing regulations of Broad Street was only open to Anglo-Saxons. If you were Jewish, welcome to Bryden Road. You know, it took everyone.
Okay.
As neighborhoods changed too, a lot of it comes through where you see white flight happen, interstates happen.
And
race
how can
riots.
you tell that?
You can see prices, you know, from 1955 to then 1971 in some of these neighborhoods. You can see over 15 years where people must have just fled the inner cities. And I'm guessing at that point, not a lot of people took pictures on the way out.
When you're looking at commercial properties like this, they're generally two-story. We're talking late 19th century for the most part. What's generally the first thing you see is missing or becomes changed as somebody thinks they're going to modernize?
Usually the marquees on them are the front structures of where they would have storefront windows to where they're blocked up. Here's a prime example right here. You can see before you would have had a nice inset window for your showroom. Here it is 10 years later.
Losing even more of the window space too.
This is North High Street where Jack and Benny's is right now, 2563 North High Street. Retail sundry business, building does not go, reason for selling, health. 1959, the business was for sale for $7,500.
Because we know what building this is, does it look pretty much the way it does today?
I'd say this one did survive, probably. Minus some awnings, minus a few features of neon, but I'd say the true essence of it's still there. But then you get to the ones that don't survive, like 2674 North High Street. This is in 1958. This is a restaurant and tavern. I'm guessing 2674. That would kind of be where Tim Hortons is right about now. That would just be great if this was a Tim Hortons drive-up window, but I don't think it would be with their franchising.
Both of these are part of the Old North Columbus. This one especially. This is in an 1842 neighborhood. It's the only photo I've ever seen of what this looks like.
Well, this is pretty cool. This is the corner of Champion and Main, and it looks like we have one corner that still remains, but this is the northeast corner, 1124 to 1132 East Main Street. Now, this is the building for sale, $69,000 in 1959. This is great. Reason for selling, need cash.
All right.
Type property. We have a storeroom, 20 rooms and apartments. Holy smokes. 2-story basement brick storeroom, apartment and building. Storerooms leased to Oakley Cleaners at $93 a month. 8 rooms, 2 baths on second floor, furnished. This has long been torn down. However, on the northwest corner, this building still remains. This is in 1972, and it looks like they were selling the building for $50,000. The building next door to it, which is still there, it looks like this might have been a carry-out business with gross sales of $40,000, $5,000 for the business, and then next door, there's 2 separate listings for a laundrette. This other corner, unfortunately, this has all been torn down. This is 1119 to 23 Main Street, which would have been the southeast corner. And in 1962, the price on that building was $35,000. 4 4-room apartments, 3 storefronts, 2 apartments on the second floor for $25 a month, 2 apartments on the third floor, $25 a month.
It's interesting that you picked corners that sort of provide the context of a neighborhood, because this is a streetcar neighborhood, this is a walkable community, and yet the corners become the most vulnerable by the time the automotive industry is certainly perking along. And now, here we are in 2017 talking about walkable communities, public transportation, and it's a serious issue when you lose the gateway of the neighborhood.
What I was always amazed about was at the front of my office wondering what sat in the gravel lot next door. I looked and found 709 Bryden Road. This is from 1958 and surely would look a lot better than the gravel lot that's there. Clear owner, willing to help to finance. They moved to Florida. Furnishings on the second floor included. This is a great tool if someone one day were to infill on a Bryden Road lot, that you'd say, hey, here's a wonderful house that did exist. You know, you should be able to get it by design review, I'd really think. 743 Bryden Road, that's part of the same empty lot. It gives you hope that someone will put it back together one day. That's what it gives you hope about. You know, this might be the tool to what is unknown history. You know, why do you sit in design review? To make sure something conforms to modern construction. It'd be wonderful to say, hey, I've got an empty lot, here's what was torn down 50 years ago.
And when you're talking about that new kind of infill in housing, it doesn't have to be an exact replica.
No.
It really can give people an idea about massing and scale and size and materials and a new interpretation so that it's never going to be mistaken for the mansion that once was there, but it is kind of an homage to the character of the neighborhood. We've been talking that it's important that these be organized in a form which would be more accessible for people.
I'd love to see this documented, turned into a pictorial guide somehow, some way, for anyone who lives in a house in this area or a neighborhood in this area and was just curious of what was once there, if they're missing pieces and parts of it. And I think, again, as we see a lot of infill as people come back, doing responsible infill development. And sometimes you have to look to your history to get the path, of course, that you should be on presently.
You may never even heard of the street. It's called New York Avenue. The photos on the MLS cards won't do us any good if they stay locked away in a filing cabinet. So we've decided to bring them to the Student Support Hayes, who are working on a project on the history of Milo Grogan through oral histories and interviews. And through this process, they'll learn more about the history of the neighborhood and be able to tell you on an upcoming segment of Columbus Neighborhoods.
Street names, and they're going to need your help finding the streets and trying to mark where these businesses are in Milo, okay?
Thanks for being with us. And remember, you can catch all of our episodes on columbusneighborhoods.org.
Plus, see our stories on the WOSU mobile app. And you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
We'll see you back here next week on Columbus Neighborhoods.
You can keep it or throw it away. Life is little and gone in a day. If there's a reason to do it today, there's only today, and I'm not afraid. Every day, in every way, no one's taking me out. And all I can say, it's gonna be okay. That there ain't no doubt. I'm giving it all I got. Oh, 'cause I'm not dead yet. I'm giving it all I got. Oh, 'cause I'm not dead yet. Na 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 na.
Support for Columbus Neighborhoods is provided by
At American Electric Power, we've been proud sponsors of WOSU Public Media for many years and strong supporters of our headquarters city here in Columbus, both downtown and in neighborhoods like yours.
State Auto Insurance Companies, serving customers and communities for nearly a century. Today, a technology and transformation company. Risk takers, creators, innovators. A company defined not by its history, but by its people. State Auto. The Columbus Foundation. Smart philanthropy for a smart city. ColumbusFoundation.org. Bailey Cavalieri. Your relationship with your law firm doesn't need to be complicated, it just needs to be right. CODA. Keeps our community moving forward. Falgren Mortine Marketing and Communications. Think wider. Ohio Health focuses on you and your family with a mission to improve the health of our communities. And by contributions from these and other Columbus area families who support WOSU. Thank you.